Hey guys, it's Tommy CM. Welcome back to my channel and welcome to another Park Spotlight. As always, do make sure you are subscribed so you don't miss any future episodes coming up on the channel. Today's Spotlight is called Wonderworlds, and this was created on the PS Workshop by Stuntman Sam21. He reached out to me in the comments section on one of my other spotlights on YouTube. So, similarly, if you want me to have a look at your park, then by all means, just comment in the, comment down below and just let me know the name and your username on the PS Workshop, and I'll more than happily take a look. The description for the park says, "My first theme park, Wonderworlds, split into 3 worlds: Lost Wonders, Road to Wonders, and Asian Wonders. Built over 2 weeks and used DLCs. I hope you enjoy my park and make sure to explore during the day and night." So yeah, really good to see that he kind of, he states it as used DLCs, because a lot of people I've seen on some parks have put in, DLCs, but they don't sort of mention it. So you kind of, it's hard to judge whether everything is built by themselves or not. And it's not, there's nothing wrong with using DLCs. It's just nice to see what is your own stuff and what isn't. So yeah, really good to see that in the description. But yeah, really excited to take a look, looking at what is in the park at the moment, just on this overview. So yeah, without further ado, let's begin the spotlight. So let's begin. And on our way out, we have a nice little entrance plaza here. I like the idea of the ticket booths like that. That's it's very much reminds me of sort of Alton Towers, etc. In the UK, definitely. Thorpe Park. It's a very sort of British entrance, that is, instead of stuff that I've seen from like European theme parks for sure. I do like the style of the buildings, definitely. The how the sort of like the like little huts here. Annoyingly, the information booths, they have to be square, so you can see obviously the back of it creeping out there. So it is a little annoying like that, but hopefully if there is a second instalment of Planet Coaster, it's something that can change, that all shops don't have to be a cube. The main entrance building looks really nice. I do like the design of that. I like the windows on the roof there. Always a big fan of that. I've seen that in a couple of parks actually, and it does always look quite nice and neat. If we go through here, very colourful entrance, very nicely done. I like the pattern in the flowers there, and anything with the flowers and the plants that is like symmetrical, I think always looks better. Which is what he's done there, which I think looks brilliant. And then you've got a nice little American building there, and it's a bit like a high street really, isn't it? Nice little fountain in the middle with a little water effect on the jester. What have we got here? We've got a pizza shop. We've got the shark entrance thing. And normally, obviously, that's used on the ground, but I do like how that's used there. Kind of coming out of the building. I think that looks really cool, like that. And then we've got the food collapsing here. I like this. I like this idea with the scaffolding here and the melted ice cream. You got the splat underneath as well, and then the burger that's just about to fall, and then you've got the pipe that's bursting out smoke there. I think that looks really cool. I like that. And then if we go down here. Now, obviously, your main focal point coming in there is the Ferris wheel. If you come up to the entrance there, the Ferris wheel, as I always say in every single spotlight, you probably sick to death of me saying it, but Ferris wheels, they either have to be the main attraction, as in to look at, that it stands out as the main attraction, or hidden very well, and this is obviously a main attraction. Very nicely placed, right in the centre as you come into the park. You can see there the entrance. And yeah, I just think that looks really nice there as well. So yeah, great choice for location there. We will go left as we normally do. One thing I would maybe say around here, especially just around the entrance piece, is maybe put in some custom fencing rather than using this sort of handrail. Mainly because on a main entrance like this, you wouldn't have a handrail on the edge. The handrail is more for like an exit path. But that's just my personal opinion. It doesn't look like, you know, it's not a bad fence at all. But I just think there's some of the custom fencing in the game. You can get some like quite nice like picket fences and stuff, especially to go around these sorts of plants, and I think that looks really nice. But I do like the way the path is laid out. One thing you can do to just kind of hide up where the path changes over here, I would potentially look at if you go for a curb or anything like this would be absolutely fine. If you go for a curb there, and then we'll raise it up like that and drop it just about right, and you can change the colour of that so that it kind of blends in. And what it does is it just gets rid of that nasty looking joint. So you know, you can do that along there, and it just looks a little bit better than the joint you get on the path there anyway. So yeah, I mean, again, just a nice little tip there. I know Stuntman Sam, when he commented, did say, you know, if you got any tips, then yeah, that would be one. I've started doing it in some of mine because I don't know, some of the joints on the paths on this game just don't look very nice to me. But yeah, that's just my opinion. And you can do it with any colour path as well. Obviously, you can change the colour of the curb. So yeah, we will continue around here, and we will go to our first area. Nice little toilet block there. First area, which is Lost Wonders. Now that sign leading to this area looks fantastic. I love that. I love the sort of temple ruins and stuff around there. That looks really good. So we'll go through here, and that's a really nice welcome as well. So whereas like the main entrance, you come in and your main, you know, you straight away you look ahead and you've got a Ferris wheel on. And that's a really nice entrance as well. So whereas on like the main entrance, you come in and the first thing you see is that Ferris wheel, the first thing you see in this area is that sort of like pyramid building with the drop tower, and that's a really good sort of greeting as well, and it really gets you into the sort of the mood and the theme of the area. So yeah, I do like that and the placement there. We have a tiki chigi. I like the use of the food scenery pieces here. Like, you got the skewers up there. The food scenery pieces look really good. Oh, very nice use of the sort of temple scenery around here. Oh, we're leaving the area there. We need to go back. But yeah, nice. I'm not sure if that temple is it may be a blueprint. I'm not sure. I've not used many of the blueprints, and it may be. If it isn't, fantastic build. And if it is a blueprint, then nice use of it to put a drop tower in there. It's a nice sort of, you know, nice sort of thinking to put that in and have an attraction inside it like that. And then obviously you've got your queue around here into the base of it. Oh, wrong way. And there we are. And then that's right in the middle. So yeah, really nice sort of entrance piece there. We will go around here. And we get to a Temple of Horror. Very interesting. Go down here. Fast Pass. I do like the use of the Fast Pass keys. Not many people actually use them. From playing the old Roller Coaster Tycoon games, you'd have thought more people would have wanted to use them because it's something you couldn't do on those games. But I've not personally used them, and I think I will start to use them in future parks because it is a really nice addition. Nice little cattle pen queue. I don't know whether it's intentional, gone for the curved path there for the cattle pen, but you can sort of square the path off. You could do like rectangle, you know, square it off and make it a full-on cattle pen. That's another option. Not necessarily for this park, just for anybody watching that, you know, you don't have to have curved paths like this. You can square them off similarly inside here. But this is a really nice sort of entrance here with it. You know, all you need is a few bits of scenery. For example, you know, a couple of crates like this, a couple of crates, lights, a few bits of wood, bits of ivy and stuff, and it just brings the building to life. And we are at the station. Right. So this is Temple of Horror. It is a looping shuttle coaster. There's the stats if you are interested, but I mean I don't really pay that much attention to the stats. So yeah, we will hop on to this train, obviously, and the barriers the barriers are open. There we go. Let's see what Temple of Horror has to offer. That was brilliant. I absolutely love that. The stopping and the rollbacks and then going forwards at like these pieces here to this section. I'm just going to watch it from a third person point of view. This section was brilliant, and it really gave me sort of the Mummy vibes from Universal Florida. It really sort of had that sort of feel about it. And yeah, really love the way that works there like that. It's just another, it's just another element to a coaster that just looks brilliant. Now the building itself obviously doesn't look. I don't mean this to be insulting. Doesn't look appealing, but it doesn't have to be. It doesn't. People spend ages building a great big fancy temple, and it doesn't have to look anything fancy, and so this is absolutely perfect for what it is. This just shows that it doesn't, you just have to build a box like this really, because everyone's going to see it from the ground. Maybe you could add a few things on the outside here, and maybe just kind of build a facade of a temple, but the actual main thing doesn't need to be anything fancy. So yeah, I think that coaster is fantastic the way that works. And I love the different effects. So like you go near the water, and then you got the guards there. You got the other guards in here. You got obviously the ball that drops. There's so many different animatronics here, and it all comes together really well. But yeah, no, as I say, you don't need to build anything too fancy, because people aren't really going to sit and take it in. The only people that are going to be able to see that roof are the people on the coaster, and if they're watching the roof, then they're not really enjoying the coaster, are they? Let's face it. And the people on the drop tower, similarly, if they're too busy focusing on the roof, they're not going to be really enjoying the drop tower. So the only people that are going to see it is down at guest level, and like I say, maybe add a bit of a decoration to the facade just to make the edge of it look like a temple, and then the rest of it is absolutely fine. So yeah, really did enjoy that ride, a Temple of Horror. And I made the mistake of not following the exit out. So where is the exit? There we go. Just so I don't miss anything. Nice little toilet block. We have a nice little seating area. I like this. A nice little seating area right next to the coaster, so you can see the coaster coming out. Staff room. Just here we have a flat ride. This is very nicely themed. I love the theming on this is brilliant. That fits in so well. The colours as well. Yeah, really well done with that. That is it's one of the hyper spins. Yeah, fantastic work that is. That is one of the nicest sort of themed flat rides I've seen. Yeah, brilliant stuff. And then you got some food outlets here. Oh, well these won't. Heading to Ascendance. You see, I think they were waiting for drinks, aren't they? They were hoping to queue for drinks, but the queue's too big. So yeah, mate. I mean, for some reason, the demand for drinks in this game from guests is so much bigger than the demand for food. I don't know why. It just is. One thing, I did a park management video a couple of weeks ago, and on like tips and tricks that I'd kind of picked up. One thing I said in that was if you're putting shops on a main path, a bit like this, maybe consider pushing the shops back a little bit. So obviously there's a bit of space there, so maybe push the shops back a little bit, and then when the guests queue up, they're not queuing into the main path and blocking the path off. Because when people start queuing like that, the other guests start having to squeeze in together, and then you start getting crowds like this. But I love the scenery. Again, the use of the food scenery there with the hot dog. I love the building, etc. I think I think that looks really cool. And then you got the little mascot here. Look, he's having a little dance. But yeah, that's just one thing that I've picked up, that especially if your path isn't like enormously wide, then guests just start to like run into each other, and it just get even they're joining the back of the queue, and it just starts to get a bit more crowded. So that's one other small tip I'd probably say, is just maybe sit the shops back a little bit. And I believe that is this area done for Lost Wonders. So we'll go through here, and we get to Asian Wonders. Very nice use of the World's Fair DLC here. A nice little flat ride there on the side. I do like them flat rides. I think they just fit in really well wherever you put them. You just have to do the colour scheme on them to make them stand out better. And this is Flight of the Dragon. Fast pass queue. I do like the fact that you put the fast pass on the signs and stuff as well, rather than just having the queue there. So yeah, we will just have a look down this queue, and we are in the station for Flight of the Dragon. I love the building decor. I love the sort of corrugated roof, like that. I think that stands out really good, and I like the fact that the train goes around it. I think that is brilliant. One other tip as well. So I'm just going to pause that so the train doesn't go. So obviously when you put a station down, you get this sort of like horrible blue pattern here. Now what you can do is, if you go for a queue path, if you select a queue path, you can then select a colour for that, and you can change it. So if you want to match it to what you've got on the other side there. It's not that one, is it? Which one is it? You've got that one. So if you do that, it just kind of blends in even more. And then the other thing you could possibly do, what I like to do on some of my coasters, and it just gets rid of the horrible colours that are already in the game. So you can even put like hazard lines down. It doesn't have to be square. You can put the the strips down just on the edge, and do it that way. So there's plenty of options that you could do. And it's just for me, I just think it makes the stations look a little bit a little bit nicer. Obviously, you need to do this properly. I'm doing it in a rush there. But yeah, you can just put hazard strips down, and then it just kind of gets rid of the basic grey colour that you get on every single station. So yeah, but definitely with the Q path, just gets rid of that colour on the other side. So yeah, without further ado, let's go on Flight of the Dragon, which is obviously a junior dragon coaster. The results aren't really important because you're never going to get amazing results on these, but I actually really like junior coasters, so yeah, looking forward to seeing what this has got on. I'm not going to go there because I can't see behind his head, so I'm going to go front bumper. So yeah, let's go on Flight of the Dragon. That's exactly what you want from a junior coaster. Not too fast. It's perfectly perfectly paced, and yeah, just nice little course. It has a few nice little drops and bends. The banking is fine. So yeah, really nice coaster. That, as I say, a junior coaster doesn't need to be complicated, and I think that's why people tend to avoid them, is because they're not sort of too. You don't need too much of an imagination to do one. But I like putting them into my parks because I don't know, for some reason I really like junior coasters. So yeah, just the way it floats around there, it's exactly what you want from that sort of ride. So yeah, great job there. And I also like the fact that the catwalk is on all the way around the bottom and up the hill chain, or the drive tyres. Sorry. But yeah, I like the fact you got the walkway there. I think that looks really sort of realistic as well. So we will continue down through Asian Wonders. That's the queue for that flat ride. Staff room. I do like your little seating areas here. I think they look really good. Now this one is this a restaurant? Yeah, I believe, I may be wrong. I believe that is one of the blueprints from the World's Fair pack, but it's it's exactly what you want in a little Asian section. The Asian style building and a restaurant in there. This is something you'd find in sort of like Disney, in Epcot maybe. So yeah, really nice. Eagle Flight. I like that. I like the fast pass going up the stairs. I like the queue line going up the stairs here. That's really cool. I like that as a station. So this is a wing coaster, which I absolutely love wing coasters. It's just called Black Falcon 5. Green stats across the board. A little bit high on the vertical G-force, but we'll see what it's like on it. So yeah, we shall just wait for this lady to let us go, and then we shall see what this is like. I'll speed her up. Come on. Anytime today, love. There we go. there we go. That was what was it called again? Eagle Flight. So yeah, really nice coaster. There's a few sort of sharp bends, which I think was making the G-force look like that. So if you go on heat maps here and go to vertical G-force, you can see the areas. If I go to previous run, so this corner here was one of them, and all that is because it's a tight corner. So if that corner was maybe stretched out a little bit, so if maybe you come all the way out here and round and make it a wider bend, you would reduce that G-force massively. Obviously, in terms of the game, it's not that much of an issue. The guests will still love it because for some reason the G-force doesn't have an effect on the guests unless it's too high, like and just like off the scale. But the guests won't bother with it. But in real life, you really wouldn't want to be taking that much force. So yeah, maybe stretching out the corners like that. But wing coasters for me are the hardest to build in the game because they're very hard to sort of pace and get right. I mean, you look here, it's going around. You see that looks perfect the way it's done that. It's that sharp bend there. Everything crunches up together, and that's what is causing that G-force to go high there. But you look there, that seems to be going at a perfect sort of pace. Maybe a little bit quick over that inversion there. But no, I love wing coasters, and I'll always admire people attempting to build one. And I do think that's a really good layout. There's just one or two elements really that just need altering, and then it'll be perfect. So yeah, really great job. And I love the idea of putting the station in here. I think utilising this building is a great idea. So yeah, great work. We'll continue through the Asian Wonders area. Again, nice use of the Asian buildings from the DLC, and it's nice that the sort of coasters wrap round the buildings and they kind of interact with them like that. I think that looks really good. Noodles, more food and drink. Asian Wonder. Oh, where are we going here then? Ah, this is the final section, isn't it? So what was this section called? Road to Wonders. That was it. So this is looks like an American sort of. It's like a 50s car and diner area in like the desert area of America, which is really nice. I like the use of road signs here like that, just to kind of add a bit of. It just adds a little bit of. I don't know. Although they're very simple, it just adds a little bit more theming to the area. So yeah, really nice work. So it's all car themed. So we have a restaurant here: hot dog, milkshakes, French fries, and hamburgers. And that is I think that's from the DLC, isn't it? I can't remember which one it is now. Is it Vintage? I can't remember. Oh no, it's not. It's World's Fair, isn't it? It's World's Fair because it's the US. Oh, I don't know. I could be wrong. But again, nice use of the seating areas. The rock work around here is really good. I mean, you spend a lot of time putting the rocks in, and it really does feel like you've separated from the other areas, which is really good to see. And the trees as well. You've not overdone it on the trees, and that's what I really like. Is that it's kind of like less is more. If you kind of cover this space in trees, it just doesn't work. So yeah, really nice use of the trees and the plants as well. We have a Dodgems. Just there, obviously with the car theme. A Venetian carousel. Again, all the shops are part of this sort of diner theme. And we have Chief Beef. And then just here we have Speed Demon. So, so do we want to go left or right? The fact that right goes up the stairs, I'm going to go right. There we are, short to queue. So these are dueling bike coasters. So we'll hop on here. I'm going to go on the red ones. And hopefully it doesn't take too long before people hop on. So speed it up, there we go. She's ready. So this is a lot like the Tron coaster for Disney. So yeah, let's see what sort of Speed Demon has to offer. Let's hope we win. Oh, we battered them lot. Look at that, they're still coming in. Brilliant. Now, I love those. I love the dueling coasters. They're very hard to do, and they're very hard to get a theme right. So it fits in well with the sort of car theme going off for this area. And I love the fact it goes around the mountain. You got the bit of terrain work there. You go through tunnels and stuff. You got the road signs, etc. I think that's a really, really good coaster. Or coasters. I don't know whether you class it as one or two coasters because they're dueling, so they're doing the same thing, aren't they? But I'm going to say coaster. I'm going to say it's one. So yeah, really nice layout, and yeah, can't really fault that. Really, everything seemed to go nice there. I love the little launch here and the doors opening. Again, doesn't take much to theme in here, and it's all done perfectly. I'll launch that again. I love that. I think that looks fantastic. But yeah, as I say, in here, you need some hay bales, some barrels, and some crates and stuff, and that's it. And it themes it really well. And that's exactly what the station is as well. It's all in wood, so yeah, really nice station and really nice use of the terrain work over the top of that as well. I love the roof as well. The roof, corrugated roof, looks good. And I think that is it for the Road to Wonders here. And we're back at the entrance, but we have a barbershop quartet. This honestly is the greatest scenery piece. Whoever at Frontier thought, you know what we really need in this game, what people are going to be crying out for, is a barbershop quartet. I hope they got a pay rise because I love these guys. They're brilliant. They're just so happy all the time. Excellent stuff. What I do want to do is I just want to have a look at night time. Oh, fireworks! Look at that. Just in time. You see, I'm yet to do a fireworks show in any of my parks, and I really want to get one. I really want to get one right if I'm going to do it. I mean, this looks brilliant. This is like a really close the day out at Disney, really, isn't it? It's yeah, really nice style. And you got the Planet Coaster logo there. But in terms of the rest of the lighting, I mean, look how well lit that park is. So many different colours, so many different styles, and it all blends in really nicely. I'll just do a bit of an overview on what's lit up and stuff, but yeah, really nice job there. I mean, the park overall, I love the park. I love the 3 different areas you've gone for. I think they work really well together, and the main entrance strip there I think looks fantastic. I didn't even notice this advertising board up here. Yeah, I think everywhere it looks fantastic, especially at night as well. I mean, look at some of these places at night lit up. It's fantastic. So yeah, great job. As I say, there's a couple of tweaks on, maybe putting a bit of a facade on there, etc. I can't remember what else I'd thought of there. The wing coaster maybe stretching out the corners, etc. to bring the G-force down. But other than that, I think that's a great park. I think that the scenery work is really nice. And yeah, I look forward to seeing any other parks that you do build. So yeah, if you did enjoy that, please leave a like, as it really does help me out, and subscribe if you are new, if you do want to see more. And I shall see you in the next episode. Thank you for watching. Goodbye.